Jó napot kívánok! My name is Saad. I come from Morocco. One of the best Moroccan cuisine dishes is tazin, and it's really hard to find it here in Budapest. We are right here to show you how you can make a tazin without the tazin dish, and you can make it in an actual pot. First of all, we have a whole chicken here. You can put half a chicken, depends on how much you guys are gonna eat the tagine. We're gonna take the chicken, peel off all the skin because we will not need that. Tagine is really known. It's a known Moroccan dish. Even Moroccans, they get so excited when there is a tagine for lunch or for dinner. It's a dish that have been created 100 years ago. And then when people start to use it a lot, it created this idea that it makes the food looks better. It makes it look tasty. Like when you look at it and you took off the lid, you're like, whoa, it makes it feel a little bit royal. Second step is that we're gonna cut it so we can wash it with lemon, water, and salt. That way, all that smell can go away. We will wash it with lime because it has a high acidity in the lime. In this way, when we put it to cook with all that spices, the spices can get through to it, and the salt helps in that. The acidity helps in that as well. Tagine, it's really one dish that you can make a lot of foods in it, so it's universal.
Saad Marokkóból érkezett Magyarországra 2017-ben, és szinte egyenesen a középső Ferencvárosban landolt. Bár a fővárosban, Rabatban nőtt fel, sok időt töltött családja szülőhelyén is, az Atlasz-hegységben. Az iskola elvégzése alatt és után is sok mindenben kipróbálta magát. Zenélni tanult és versenyszerűen sportolt, rögbizett és úszott is, utóbbiban 2007-ben országos ifjúsági bajnoki címet szerzett. Nem véletlen, hogy később a 2018-as Swimaton adománygyűjtő kampányban vízbe ugrott a Ferencvárosi Közösségi Alapítványért. Eredetileg elektromérnöknek tanult, majd egy véletlennek köszönhetően és egy már itt élő barátja ajánlására jött Magyarországra, ahol egy multinacionális cégnél kezdett dolgozni gyakornoki pozícióban. Saad családjában, ahogy az Marokkóban szokás, szinte minden az étel körül forog. Sőt, az édesanyja fűszerekkel kereskedik. Így nem meglepő, hogy az étel és a főzés mindig is fontos szerepet töltött be az életében. Ma már informatikai munkája mellett itt megismert mennyasszonyával saját vállalkozást visznek, amelyben marokkói ételeket főznek és házhoz szállítanak.
So, after 10 minutes passed, we just wash it from all that excessive salt and acidity, and then we let it dry. I remember the first time I came here, it was March 4, 2017. It was Saturday midnight, I remember. The first time I walked in Budapest, it was in Astoria. Saturday midnight. It was crazy because it's a party district. I come from Morocco. The first time I see that people all over the place, young, partying and stuff, and I was like really shocked like how life is in here. And then and since then I stayed here and I never came back to Morocco. Meanwhile it dries, we can prepare our spices. So first we start with curcuma, grounded ginger, 1 tablespoon as well, salt, but don't forget that it has been marinated in salt, pepper, and now the secret ingredient, which is the preserved lemon. You take lemon, 1 kilo of lemon, you put it in a jar, and then every kilo you put half kilo of salt. You pour salt, bay leaves, 3-4 bay leaves, you pour water until the top, you close it and you leave it for 21 days or more. All that salt can get inside the lemon and it really takes the acidity down, and by that it gives this really good taste. For Hungarians, at first they get scared to try it because you wouldn't try something you never ate. But the moment you ate it, they love it. It's really nice to see people, they love what you cook and they love your culture and they love your Moroccan food. Only going to take the inside and don't throw the outside because we will need it at the end. When the dish is cooked, we just add it on the top. Spices really brings life to the dish, especially for the Moroccan cuisine. We take garlic. In Morocco, we have these fresh spices that they grind in front of you and they will give it to you. You can smell the spice, you can literally taste it in the dish. And we just smash the garlic. The reason why we want to do that, so it can be, all that water can come out. It's better to leave it hard or like to cut it with knife. It's hard to let the water out, so we just smash it in. For example, like if you take all the spices and you mix them and you put them in a dish, you will not taste none of the spices. But if you know, for example, saffron, if you put too much, it gets really rough. And if you put too little, you will not taste it. So you really have to put the right amount with it. And it's also expensive. So that's why you only have to put just a little bit, this much. And you can see that it's already, the color is already taken out of it. So you put a little bit of saffron. Take olive oil, just a little bit. And then we take just a little bit of water. And then we mix. When I came here, the first place that I lived in is the 9th district. It actually remembered me of my surroundings in Morocco. Because you go there, you see people in the street, you see people talking. It's a place where you can play football, where you can practice sport. It's close to everything. It's close to the city center. It's close to my work. And it's a really home district. Like for example, when you go there, you really feel like you belong there. Let it marinate for almost 10 to 15 minutes. Meanwhile, we put our chicken to marinate in all that spices. We can make a really simple side dish that it's really known in Morocco and it's really easy to make and you can make it in 10 minutes in a pot. All we need is eggplant and 1 tomato. That's all. And some spices, cumin, salt, pepper and paprika. First, we start by peeling not all of the eggplant because we will need to put some skin in the pot because the skin will give us the color, that purple dark color that we need. Also, it can give us a taste. Moroccan food, it's something that we all grow up with. It's comfortable food, like it feels like the food hugging you as well, you know? It makes me remember all those times that I've been with my mom, with my family, especially here. That is, you are really away from home and it's often that you get homesick because of it's far. And then I have been living there for 23 years, so it's really hard for me to get along here. It gives me all that nostalgic memories about Morocco. The meals are very important because you don't only eat the meal, but it's a family time. The whole family eat from one plate. So if you miss, you miss. You stay hungry for the whole day, you know? And then the moment the food comes, we all gather around, we stay, we wait for my grandma to put the food. The moment she puts the food, she puts it in a big pot, in a big plate actually. And we all eat with our hands. And then, you know, conversation starts, the family time starts. The dishes in Morocco are really make people gather together, especially on Friday when we make couscous. Because couscous, it's known that it's a Friday dish. And why is that? Because people give. For example, if you go to Morocco on a Friday, you will see that after the Friday prayer, a lot of families bring out the couscous to the homeless. And then they put one big pot and you see a lot of people come and gather together. Even if one bite, that's much way better than you eating alone. it needs a lot of steam. So what you can use is actually a towel, and you can cover the lid with the towel and then put it right on the pot. So all this air will be stuck inside and the eggplants will be cooked by the steam. It's like actually cooking rice. So now we put it on the heat, on really low heat for 10 minutes until it's cooked. The volunteering, it's a two-way street relationship, because as much as the community does something for you, you have also to do something for the community. So you cannot just take and not give. And the moment I see that opportunity where I can give something, I try to say yes to it. The swimathon, for example, the cooking, for example, and if there is anything more opportunities, of course now we'll say yes. After the chicken is marinated, we just leave it in this pot. We don't want to move it to another pot because all that spices are down there and then we will need to use all of that. So next step is cut our onions. It depends on how much you will want. Here I have 2 legs and 1 chest, full chest, so I will use 4 to 5 onions. It's something in me that I always try to say yes to everything that comes to me, because if I said no, I would not meet a lot of people, I would not participate in a swimathon, and I would not do a lot of things. A lot of opportunities will not have come. Now we're just gonna close the lid and then we're gonna put it in a really slow, low heat. So I always say yes to anything. For example, the swimathon, for playing music, for a new job, for a new cooking, for any dish. I always try to say yes, so I can live more than saying no and just stay home. Once it's cooked, take it here, and literally this is the step why this dish is called zalouk, which means that we just smash it. Zalouk means like smashed in Moroccan Darija. There you go. This is one of the best side dishes that we have in Morocco, which is zalouk. So next step is that we're gonna take that skin lemon that we did not throw. There is a lot of flavor in the skin. We're gonna take olives. Like, you can put as much olives as you want. And then we're just gonna stir it. Don't forget to taste. Perfect. So meanwhile it marinates, we can put our chicken in the tagine. Actually, we see here that it's already marinated and all that water is gone. I love Hungary because it really gave me a chance to discover myself, to know what I want, to meet a lot of people, to meet new people, to see that there is a chance that you can do whatever you want to do. So now our dish is ready. We're just gonna cut some lemon for the decoration. So here you go. It was not that hard to make the Moroccan chicken tagine with preserved lemon. I hope you try to make it at home, and bon appetit. You're invited.